Sony Pictures finds itself at a crossroads with its Marvel properties. While the studio has achieved phenomenal success with the Spider-Man franchise, its ventures into the wider Spider-Man universe without the web-slinger himself have yielded mixed results. The latest example, Kraven the Hunter, showcases the challenges Sony faces. The film's lukewarm reception at Brazil's Comic-Con Experience 2024, where the panel saw many empty seats, raises red flags about audience interest. This lukewarm reception is a stark contrast to the fervor surrounding anything Spider-Man related. Sony's non-Spider-Man Marvel films have struggled to capture the same level of excitement and engagement. The Venom films, while financially successful, received mixed critical responses. Morbius was a critical and commercial disappointment. These films, while connected to Spider-Man lore, lack the core element that draws audiences in: Spider-Man himself. Without Spider-Man, these films need to work harder to establish their own identities and resonate with audiences. They need compelling narratives, engaging characters, and a clear connection to the larger Marvel universe to truly thrive. Kraven the Hunter appears to be facing an uphill battle in this regard. The lack of star power at the Comic-Con Experience panel further highlights the challenges. While star appearances are not always an indicator of success, they generate buzz and excitement. The absence of big names suggests a lack of confidence in the film's ability to draw crowds on its own merits. Sony's gamble on Kraven is a significant one, and the early signs are not encouraging. The reduced theatrical release of Kraven the Hunter speaks volumes about Sony's confidence in the project. Initially slated for a wide release, the film will now debut on approximately 3,000 screens, a 25% reduction from Venom: Let There Be Carnage. This decision suggests a level of risk aversion on Sony's part. The studio is likely trying to mitigate potential losses by scaling back the release. This move also reflects a broader trend in the film industry. With streaming services gaining prominence and audience viewing habits changing, studios are becoming more selective about which films receive wide theatrical releases. Big-budget blockbusters, especially those with established fan bases, are still guaranteed a spot on the big screen. However, smaller films, or those with uncertain prospects, are finding it increasingly difficult to secure a wide release. Kraven the Hunter, despite its connection to the Spider-Man universe, falls into this latter category. The film's performance at the box office will be a crucial indicator of audience appetite for Sony's non-Spider-Man Marvel projects. A strong showing could encourage the studio to continue investing in these spin-offs. However, a lackluster performance could lead to a re-evaluation of Sony's strategy. The stakes are high for Sony. The studio is walking a tightrope, attempting to capitalize on the popularity of the Spider-Man universe, while also establishing its own distinct cinematic identity. The success or failure of Kraven the Hunter could have significant implications for the future of Sony's Marvel endeavors. Kraven the Hunter carries a hefty price tag, with a production budget estimated at $110 million. This substantial investment underscores the financial risks Sony is taking with this project. To break even, the film needs to perform exceptionally well at the box office, especially considering the additional costs of marketing and distribution. The reduced theatrical release adds another layer of complexity to the financial equation. A smaller release means fewer screens, which translates to lower potential box office revenue. To compensate for this, Kraven needs to overperform on the screens it does secure. It needs to generate significant buzz and positive word of mouth to attract audiences. The current climate of the film industry further amplifies the financial risks. Audiences are becoming more discerning with their entertainment spending, and competition for their attention is fierce. Streaming services offer a plethora of content at a fraction of the cost of a movie ticket. To entice viewers away from their couches and into theaters, Kraven needs to deliver a cinematic experience that justifies the price of admission. Sony's gamble on Kraven is a high-stakes one. The film's financial success is far from guaranteed. The studio's ability to navigate the complexities of the modern film industry, coupled with the film's ability to resonate with audiences, will ultimately determine whether Kraven becomes a profitable hunt or a costly misstep. The tepid response to Kraven the Hunter has inevitably shifted the focus back to the crown jewel of Sony's Marvel Universe, Spider-Man. With a new trilogy in the works, excitement for Tom Holland's return as the web-slinger is palpable. The success of the previous Spider-Man films, both critically and commercially, reinforces the character's enduring appeal. This renewed focus on Spider-Man is a strategic move for Sony. The character represents a safe bet in an increasingly uncertain market. Audiences have demonstrated their unwavering love for Spider-Man time and time again. By prioritizing the development of new Spider-Man films, Sony can capitalize on this existing fanbase and mitigate the risks associated with its less established Marvel properties. The success of the Spider-Man franchise also provides Sony with a solid foundation upon which to build its cinematic universe. The studio can leverage the character's popularity to introduce new characters and storylines, gradually expanding its roster of Marvel properties. However, this expansion needs to be carefully considered and executed. The lukewarm reception to Kraven the Hunter serves as a valuable lesson for Sony. Audiences are not simply looking for Spider-Man-adjacent content, they are seeking compelling stories and characters that can stand on their own. As Sony ventures further into its Spider-Man universe, it needs to prioritize quality over quantity. The studio needs to craft films that are not reliant on their connection to Spider-Man but rather enhance and enrich the overall tapestry of its Marvel universe.